Put in there. Let's chat to Yanga Funani live, the SABC reporter. Thank you very much. So since you filed that insert, has anyone come forward, Yanga, to take responsibility for this?
Well, a very good evening to you, Francis. Up to this point, no one has come forward to take responsibility of the samples which were found earlier today by a jogger. One will remember that we had been reporting that these samples were actually abstracted from patients across the Buffalo City Metro hospitals and public clinics. When we look at the info abstract, they are indicating that they could have been abstracted early last week. And when we spoke with the residents, or rather the locals at Nahun and Tanzania, they said that they had noticed them earlier last week, but they paid no attention as to the contents of what was inside the packs. So we contacted the provincial health department, and they said that theirs was to conduct the testing. After that, seal the tapes, and then the National Health Lab Services would then keep them in their position, and then later transport them to Port Elizabeth, where they would be processed, and then later on the results would be given to the persons who tested.
So some of these test kits, it seems, are still lying around. Is that correct? Nobody has picked up all these samples that you said children have been picking up as well?
Well, Francis, there were two officials from the National Lab Health Services who came by while we were covering the story, and they tried by all means to collect what was left of the samples. One will remember that the past 2 days in the Eastern Cape have actually been windy. So some of these samples were blown to residential areas in Nahun, which is a stone throw away from the N2, and some children made their way to them and played with them. We spoke to one family which really showed us the other samples which were lying in their homestead, which is a major concern for a province which is really grappling to deal with coronavirus at this stage. One will remember that the number of infections are well above 25,000, while the recoveries are well above 12,000. So this, when you look at the capacity of the hospitals to deal with the pandemic itself, you will raise a few eyebrows, especially when these make their way to kids who might not even be informed about the virus itself. So yes, it's a major concern.
Indeed it is. And finally, so if the laboratory services aren't taking responsibility yet, maybe the courier company involved, I mean, are they at least saying what protocols are in place to protect samples like this, what should happen, how they should be transported? And of course, there's crucial patient information here as well.
Well, Francis, when we spoke to the officials who had been advised to collect the samples, they said they will not be talking to the media. And then we moved to the Provincial Department of Health to get answers from them as well. From the information we got, we spoke to the provincial spokesperson, Mr. Sizwe Kupelo. He told us that they will be summoning the authorities of the National Health Lab Services to their offices so that they may conduct a full-blown investigation as to try to get to the crux of the matter as to how a courier company assigned with such sensitive information and specimens could just lose them. So we are hoping that the Provincial Health Department will indeed hold to account the two parties, both the National Health Lab Services and the courier company. Let's just hope it's not just a lip service to get the media away from them. Back to you, Francis.
All right. Thank you very much, SABC's Yanga Funani.